How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It is Eclipse here, and today we're going to be checking out the German heavy tank, the E-75. Now, this is one of the strongest tier 9 heavy tanks in my opinion. I feel it's better overall than the VK4502B, the other German heavy tank competitor. I just think it's more versatile, better gun, and we'll get into some reasons why I think it's just one of the best tier 9 heavy tanks, whilst I'm talking over some 2 ace tanker gameplays that I've got lined up for you. Now let's get straight into it, and I'll see you just in a sec. So here we are on Fisherman's Bay, and this is the war variant. It's a tier 10, well, one tier 10 on both teams, and then like half the team being tier 9s and the rest being tier 8s. And we're in the E-75, as I said, and we've got 2 marks on the E-75 on the front of the barrel. We're going to head down into the town bit of Fisherman's Bay, and we're going to try and use our armour effectively by side scraping and that sort of thing. And you can really use your armour so effectively on town maps, and really make sure you try and side scrape off of a right hand corner, because you've got the cupola on your tank and it's centered on the left hand side. So if you can side scrape round a right hand corner, you can keep that hidden and really have a bit better game, and it makes it less available to the enemy team to be able to shoot. Now we're here just trying to get some shots on the Type 61 that's been spotted, but I don't think he's going to pull back, so we're just waiting here, seeing if we can get that in that 490 alpha damage shot, which on this tank is absolutely ridiculous. 490 damage, that's pretty sure that's the 12.8 off the Borsig, the damage. The reload's not as good, obviously, because you're in a heavy tank. You're not going to be doing the DPM that a tank destroyer with paper armor is going to be doing, but it certainly can really trade well with the other heavy tanks that are in the game. So we've come up to this position here to try and get some shots into enemy heavies if they're trying to push. We see that there's quite a few in the town, not loads. We're guessing that there's going to be a couple over to the western side of the map on the 1-2 line, obviously because you can push down there. We see the T30, we would aim our shot, put one into him for quite a nice damage there, 480 or 470 or something like that. Still a low roll, but you know, we try and aim another one. Unfortunately, the T32's turret is very strong. We managed to bounce that shot actually. So we're just pulling back round to this corner. Sadly, an E-75 behind us. It's getting in the way, but can't really help it. Maybe he was AFK or something, doing something. But as you can see, what I'm using is this little mound of earth and rubble here. Can protect your inside drive wheel. So if you angle slightly like this, you can protect the inner drive wheel so they can't pen it, and whilst also only offering them your very steeply angled frontal hull and that sort of thing. But you got to make sure that you aren't exposing any of the side of your tank, just the frontal bit of the hull. And that can be really effective on this tank. And as you can see, we see the T32 again. We try and go for a shot, but it just bounces again. We're just trying to put pressure on him and make him pull back quite a bit so that he doesn't keep poking and that sort of thing. Because we're wanting to actually advance on the C-75, who's sat there for the whole of the game so far. So we try and push up to try and get some shots on the E-75. Maybe up near this KV4, I think it is. But we decide we're actually going to try and go for the C-75 in a second. As you can see, we're pushing up now, feeling the teeth. We know we might take a T-32 shell in the side, but we just take our chances. We stop in front of the building, trying to avoid being shot in the side by the T-32. We angle towards the E-75, start moving back and forwards, just trying to hide the most of our lower plate. And as he shoots, since we see he's shooting towards our lower plate, we actually angle more steeply, and it makes the chance of him penning very slim. So we're just here, we track him and actually do damage, and now we're just basically going to be just doing damage to the C-75 and trying to keep him tracked there. Sadly, we don't actually pen because I think we hit too far forward on the tracks, and he manages to get away behind cover. Now we see the T-32, we pull out This maybe wasn't the best angle to do, but we put in one shot, somehow managed to actually hit him there. Very slim angle, but you know, this gun's quite nice when you do actually hit, especially for because of the alpha damage being so high. We risk getting shot, but it's worth it because we needed to get that T-32 out of the game. Manages to actually only hit our tracks and doesn't actually damage us. So we're on five pens, 4 critical hits and 1 kill, which is very nice. So we're managing now to actually push up against this E-75. We see he's got the side of his turret. We aim for the turret. Unfortunately, it hits the very, very, very well angled side of the turret of the the rear of the turret of the E-75, which is really annoying. But we then see there's an STI. We aim for his lower plate, hits it. We don't need premium ammunition, considering the penetration on this gun is, I believe, 250 or 258 or something like that, which is very good for a heavy tank at tier 9. I really like being able not to have to fire premium at similar heavies of that tier. So that's quite nice. So we're just basically trying to angle our armour effectively when we see the STI. As you can see, this like jiggling around and moving and angling your armour is very effective when you're trying to actually go against enemy heavies, and just trying to make the shot going to be even more. So we see there's a tortoise. We know the weak spot is that huge cupola. Unfortunately, I think we actually clip into the STI that we killed, and it just sends our turret round a tiny bit, and we just shoot into the rock behind him. But we don't. We aim this one even better, and we manage to kill him. We see there's an E5, and we're just going to try and push our advantage. Unfortunately, we go round the side of him, and then we're thinking, alright, we'll get behind. Ooh, we almost fell down. That wouldn't have been good. We get behind him, we put one shot into him for 551 damage. That's crazy. I think that's like a plus 51 damage. We then finish him off for 8 damage with a ram. And we're up to 10 penetrations, 4 kills and 5 critical hits. So we're thinking, alright, there's 6 enemies left. We could get a top gun out of this one if we can manage to pull in some more shots. We're on full health because we're preserving our health, trying to make sure that we're bouncing as many shots as we can. And that's how you want to be playing the E-75. You don't want to be rushing in and getting killed very quickly and just not trading well. Like if you see there's a high tier tank destroyer and they're just constantly firing at you, you don't want to be up against something that has a bigger gun than you unless you can avoid it. And basically what I do in this tank is pick on tanks similar. So another E-75, I'd happily trade with that and just trying to outperform him in the E-75 or whatever. And similarly anything with a weaker gun and that sort of thing. And it's just making sure that you're trading your own health for the enemy's health much better. So we see there's a Carnarvon on full health, and we're thinking we could actually lose this game. We don't know whether we are going to. Depends how confident our team is. So we just put a side shot into the Carnarvon for 439, which is a decent amount of damage. It's still more than such as like the E5's damage. So we aim another one. It bounces off the Carnarvon's turret armor. We then angle very quickly and pull forward in the E-75, and he bounces off the rear back of our hull armor. We put in a cheeky shot there for 519 damage. We see a Jag Tiger in the background. We just pull back because we're trying to get some more shots on him and just increase the amount of damage that we can get. We spot a J Panther 2 there. We aim our shot. He bounces off us. Well, I think he just tracks us. And we put in a nice shot into the J Panther. So we're now just going to aim our shot. Is he going to stay there? Is he not? Oh, we put it in, and we managed to actually get up our 5th kill of the game. And we actually get hit in the side. It wasn't for very much damage, so I'm thinking it could be the CDC. Because that is the only thing that's got not really been spotted that I could have seen anyway. We managed to pick up the top gun there in the E-75, 15 penetrations, 5 critical hits and a spotted target as well. We see the Yag Tiger, we're just thinking we need some more damage. We aim, and that's a nice 327 roll into the Yag Tiger. Now I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm on 7 kills, I could get the Radley here. So I'm just thinking, how are we going to tackle this AMX CDC? We don't know where he is at the moment, so we're just going to push down into him. I've got 1,687 health, so it's not like he's going to be out trading me or being able to take me down from full health if I play it right. He's on 2/3 of his health or 3/4 around that. He's just taken a shot from, I think it's our light tank over there. Yep, it is. I think it might be the T-71 or something similar to that, the American light tank. It might even, no, it's the Sparpanzer, I believe. Yep. So we think we're going to go round, but we don't know whether we'll be able to pick up this kill. We get down, we see him, we aim, and we put in the final shot to get 8 kills, 17 damaging ribbons, 7 critical hits, and 1 spotted target. And that about finishes up that gameplay. 6,349 damage, 4,500 blocked, and 8 enemies destroyed. We got high caliber, fire for effect, bruiser. We also got the Radley Waters medal, cool headed, devastator, steel wall, top gun, and that was just a really good game for us, I feel. As you can see, shell proof and that sort of thing. So we got 2,045 base XP, 8 kills, and 6,349 damage, and 11 medals we got that game actually. So it really was a very strong game for us. So here we are on Great Wall. Sorry I wasn't able to capture the whole gameplay, but I thought you would want to see this game and how it developed basically. Me and I think it's Owen, or Fallout, we moved up the hill, we took out a couple of people during the game, and we were just trying to get some damage. We managed to. It's a tier 10 game in which we're playing. The Object 140 on the enemy team had a really good game. I had a pretty good game, not gonna lie. And I just pushed up onto the hill, took out a couple of medium tanks that were putting pressure onto me, and we moved down to this spot here just to and basically get some more damage and that sort of thing. I wasn't expecting too much out of this game, to be honest with you, and I was basically just trying to survive and trying to win the game overall. And really what happened is, as you see me blind fire that guy there who was putting shots into us for a long time during that game, and basically was just trying to get some damage and get as many game clips as I could for you guys for this E-75 like review type video. As you can see, we're just trying to kill this E4, make sure we aim it, put one into him, and basically finish him off. E-75 here. We try and like just do some damage onto him. We actually bounce our friend shot there. We try and put a shot into him. Unfortunately, it just bounces off. Wasn't very good, well aimed, to be honest with you. And we think, right, let's just do it anyway. We ram him. We didn't lose very much health, and we managed to pick up the kill there. We're on to 5 kills now in this game. We're up to 17 penetrations. And this game was really quite good for us. We managed to pick up quite a few kills, we managed to pick up quite a few damage, and we just traded really well with this gun during the match, and basically tried to maintain as much health as we could, whilst also angling against anyone that we were going up against. I see the pattern is there. We're just trying to go and win this game. We don't want to lose this now, since I've had a pretty good game so far. And then we decide, me and this and these 2 heavy tanks, I think we're just going for the cap here now. And this was just a really good game in my opinion. One of the best I've ever seen in the E-75 or anything along the tier 9 heavies. It's definitely my best game in terms of tier for tier. I think it has to be up there. Sadly, I didn't record from the start, which really annoyed me, but I just had to turn it on during like halfway through or just over halfway through. So the VKB just gets in the cap, and I'm thinking I just want to win this. Might be able to pick up a couple more damaging ribbons, but we're going to get in the cap before the enemy team decide to get in the cap as well, because they are mediums and they could get in there first. So obviously this is the best thing to do, and try and coax them to come back. So I see that there's actually a wreck over there. I'll just make sure our team understand that we're going to try and cap to win. As you can see, he says affirmative. So we see the E-75, we see the pattern. I'm thinking I just want some damage. Hit him. Our two heavies actually miss him. So I'm just going to push forward. Try and get the last kill to try and pick up a top gun. We see him. Put one into him. And then I'm thinking, right, that was a pretty decent game. Six enemies destroyed, 19 pens, 12 critical, 2 spotted targets, 2 track targets, 4 spotted enemies, and some other things there. So we actually picked up 8,300 damage, or thereabouts, 8,284 damage, and 1,159 assisted, along with 4.8k damage blocked, and 6 enemies destroyed. We got the high caliber, of course. We also got the mastery badge. I think we got fire for effect, shell proof or something. And it was just overall a really good game, I'm not going to lie. So we got 2,400 base XP as well, which was utterly ridiculous. And that is the highest XP I've ever seen for a tier 9 heavy tank gameplay anyway. And that about wraps up today's video. Just wanted to show you a couple things about the E-75 and how I tend to play it. If you guys did enjoy it, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. And if you enjoy this sort of content, please hit like, comment below and tell me what you think is good, what you think I can improve. And I will see you guys in the next video.